This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, cameras everywhere. A former student president takes the DCC to task on planned increases in university surveillance. Invercargill addresses the second biggest killer of their young people, preventable road accidents. And just how fast did Ed Sheeran concert tickets sell out? The facts will have you thinking out loud. Kia ora, good evening, I'm thrilled to be here. A former Otago University Students Association president is concerned at a lack of public consultation over university plans to roll out a network of 60 CCTV cameras in North Dunedin. Paul Gourley, who served as president from 1979 to 80, says he has written to the Dunedin City Council protesting the move. The South Today's Roselle LeBone has more.
Former OUSA President Paul Gourley has written to the Dunedin City Council in protest following the University of Otago's behind closed-door decision to add 60 CCTV cameras to North Dunedin streets. Gourley says there has been no student consultation and disputes the claim the university has been in contact with the council.
I can see a case for cameras, but the idea that our City Council doesn't know that cameras are going up in public areas, and I've spoken to a couple of councillors already, is a real worry.
Speaking with The South Today, Gourley expressed incredulity the university had not consulted with the student body.
It goes against everything that we are as New Zealanders, and it also raises questions about the honesty of how that would be being portrayed to our community.
Phase 1 of the project will be rolled out in 2017 and cost $625,000. It will cover popular flatting areas such as Castle, Leith and Dundas streets. The next phase in 2018, costing $650,000, will include George and Queen streets. Police have supported the cameras as a crime deterrent. A spokesperson for the University of Otago told The South Today no decisions had been made behind closed doors. 4 months ago, there was a decision to proceed with Phase 1 of the proposal, and from this point the university moved to the consultation process, speaking with representatives from the Dunedin City Council and receiving support. Calling recent media coverage around the issue fake news, the spokesperson said the university was in discussion with OUSA execs at the moment and called Gourley emphatically wrong regarding lack of consultation with the council. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Waitaki Mayor Gary Kircher says 5 names are on the shortlist to replace Waitaki District Council Chief Executive Michael Ross. In February, Mr Ross said he would leave the post he has held since January of 2004 in June. That is 6 months ahead of schedule. The Mayor's report to Council states that the top 2 candidates, as chosen by the Executive Committee, will undergo a comprehensive interview by the full Council. The appointment is expected in June of this year. Invercargill teens took part in a workshop today, not all of them, just a select bunch, to address the second biggest killer of their age group, accidents on the roads. The workshop, which was held by RYDA, RYDA, and supported by stakeholders from the community, and the students say that they're looking forward to putting their new techniques into practice.
Road safety was on the mind of teenagers today at ILT Stadium in Invercargill. Over 100 Year 12 students from Southland Boys High School took part in a workshop designed to teach them strategies to avoid causing or becoming involved in vehicular accidents. The day is a partnership between RYDA, Invercargill Police and Road Safety Southland.
Well, it gives them confidence, it gives them a list of strategies. They're the most at-risk young driver, so a day like this where it's totally focused on them and their driving and thinking of the consequences of poor driving and also the consequences of great driving is going to hopefully stay with them forever.
The topics covered today included braking distances, distractions, effects of a crash on the community, following distances and more. Cynthia Feely of the Southland Police says young people are being targeted by this program because they are the most likely to be involved in car accidents, especially while they're on their restricted licence.
Overall, I think young drivers are good down here. There's always room to improve and there's always room to learn new skills. We have very adverse conditions, so a lot of it is just educating them on how difference with your car or tyre tread or the road conditions can make a difference to how you're normally driving.
Car crashes are the second biggest killer of teens in New Zealand after suicide. The students are looking forward to putting their new skills into practice.
Oh, it's pretty helpful. I've found a lot of key learning, trying to learn about yourself and risk awareness and what you can do to stop your mates if you feel unsafe or are doing something wrong.
Nearly 200 students from James Hargest College will take part in the Rider Workshop tomorrow. I'm Ruby Spink for the South Today.
An excellent story from Ruby in Invercargill. Work to convert part of Dunedin's Jetty Street to pedestrian use will start at the end of this month. The section of Jetty Street between Cumberland and Vogel Streets will be closed to all traffic, and the section between Vogel and Crawford Streets to be open to service vehicles only. The work will cost around $550,000 and expected to take 4 or 5 months. The island on Police Street has been modified to improve access for emergency vehicles too. Cycle racks, spelling out the word jetty, will be installed under the bridge too. It's the only thing you'll hear around town as the pre-sale tickets to next year's Ed Sheeran concert at Forsyth Bar. They went on sale at 2 o'clock this afternoon and sold out fast. How fast? Daryl Baser has more.
This afternoon, tickets to see UK songwriter Ed Sheeran were arguably the hottest item on the planet. New Zealand spokesperson for Frontier Touring, Brent Eccles, told the South Today tickets to the Dunedin show sold at the same speed as they did for the Auckland event. He says Dunedin's pre-sale tickets for next year's show sold out in just 20 minutes. Brent Eccles says after this, every agent and promoter in New Zealand will be looking at Dunedin with different eyes. He says their website coped with the flurry, but admits it was stretched. Half of the available tickets for the Dunedin show sold today, with the remainder going on sale on May 23rd. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Might be still room for a second gig, you know. Still to come on The South Today, farmers speak on Environment Southland's water and land plan and will wipe out those wallabies that have crossed the Waitaki River.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now. They will love you forever.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're at 25 Moray Place. at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
It's quite normal to feel sick. It is quite normal to feel sad. It is quite normal to feel unwell.
Our Monday night medical documentary is Donated to Science. Join a group of Dunedin medical students as they dissect the human body and meet the donors before they died.
I live at another part of my body that's taken a bit of punishment.
Donated to Science, next Monday, 8 p.m. Thank you for staying with The South today. There are plans to use rifles with thermal imaging sights to wipe out wallabies that have crossed the Waitaki River from Canterbury into Otago. The introduced Bennett's wallaby is considered a pest that could cost farmers millions of dollars if the beasts are not contained. Here's The South Today's Mark Price.
A box containing a dead wallaby and her joey and a high-powered rifle were 2 signs this meeting of 20 farmers in Taurus today had no sympathy for an Australian icon regarded as a pest in New Zealand. The biggest wallaby population is just north of the Waitaki River, but since 2008, 140 wallabies have been shot over a wide area south of the Waitaki. It's hoped a 3-year trial of thermal imaging equipment beginning in July will make the hunters' job easier.
This thermal imaging will allow us to fly that in the cool mornings and pick up those heat signatures and hopefully destroy those individual wallabies a lot easier. Aerial passes today with helicopters or in the past, in very low numbers the wallabies won't flush, so we need something to give us the edge, and that thermal imaging may well be that tool.
Environment Canterbury Biosecurity Team Leader Brent Glentworth told the meeting wallabies are difficult to eradicate because they are nocturnal, secretive and solitary. It's hoped thermal imaging sites, which can pick up animals at a range of more than 800 metres, prove themselves effective.
So we know we can find wallaby with thermal imaging from aerial platforms, whether that be fixed wing or rotary wing or possibly even drone later. So that'll help us find those needle in a haystack, those individual wallabies that are very hard to find.
Wallabies have been found as far south as Lawrence, and a government study has suggested if they are left unchecked, they could be costing the country $83 million a year in 10 years. At today's meeting, the regional councils provided farmers with information about how to spot wallaby sign and asked for their help.
There's a lot more eyes out there than just what we have. If people see a wallaby or suspected wallaby, please get in touch with the regional council, let them know where. A grid reference is ideal.
I'm Mark Price for The South Today.
Southlanders are preparing and making ready for what may change their farming futures, as Monday sees hearings begin for Environment Southland's Water and Land Plan. Beginning in June of last year, the Water and Land Plan is now reaching its halfway mark. Now, more than 300 people, including farmers and representatives of southern groups, are now preparing to speak their minds on the plan. More than 900 submissions have been received so far. Here's The South Today's Nicole Sharp.
The hearing panel is made up of Chairman Rob van Voorthuizen, Independent Commissioner Edward Ellison and Environment Southland councillors Lloyd McCullum, Eric Roy and Morris Rodway. The effect of agriculture on waterways such as the Mataura River running through eastern Southland will be a major focus of the hearings. Beef and Lamb New Zealand has run workshops to help about 120 farmers prepare for the hearing. Extension Manager Olivia Ross said the process was initially very daunting for some farmers, but they wanted their voices heard. The hearing will be held in Goa and in Invercargill and is likely to take 4 months to complete. I'm Nicole Sharp for The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, Nick Smith in Central Otago talking about housing. It's election year. And State Highway 1 remains closed, but Kaikoura's Main Street is open for business.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Sit back, relax and enjoy our warm hospitality with our famous Larnach Castle high tea served in the Ballroom Cafe. Bookings essential. Phone 476 1616 today.
Atelier Jeu d'Esprit is, well, it's my playroom. In a lot of ways it's me. Things that I see as beautiful. The byline is whimsical trifles and fabulous fabrics.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silberhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking.
Come on, mate. I know just what you need.
In here?
No.
Is this it?
No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garrador.
Thank you once again for staying with The South Today. 6 months on from November's 7.8 magnitude earthquake, Kaikoura's Main Street shows little evidence of damage. The tourist town is open for business, but State Highway 1, it remains closed and ongoing roadworks continue on the Inland Road. The town's new museum, housed on the ground floor of the new Civic building, recently won 2 major awards for interior architecture and museum project excellence. However, there are very few visitors to see the magnificent structure. The cost of reinstating State Highway 1 and the rail network is between $1.1 and $1.33 billion. That's billion with a B, while efforts to restore the marina could cost the government $5.7 million. Building and Construction Minister Mr Nick Smith, you saw him very briefly there, says Queenstown is on target to provide affordable housing in the Wakatipu region. Oh really? The government and the Queenstown Lakes District Council aim to have up to 3,900 sections or houses available by the year 2020 to help fix the housing shortage in the resort town. Mina Amso has more.
Building and Construction Minister Nick Smith and Queenstown Lakes District Council Mayor Jim Bolt told a meeting today they were both happy with how Queenstown's housing supply and affordability was tracking. The two parties discussed the latest Queenstown Lakes District Housing Accord report that shows residential development in the Wakatipu Basin is growing fast and is on target. The parties have agreed to extend the provisional targets for recommendation to the Council, providing for 1,100 to 1,200 in 2018, lifting to 1,200 to 1,300 houses in 2019, and 1,300 to 1,400 in the year 2020. The Queenstown Lakes Housing Accord allows for the creation of special housing areas in which residential development is streamlined and fast-tracked. Mr Smith stressed galvanising the special housing area concept was key to dealing with the housing issue.
It is quite clear that progress is being made on those. We want to work closely with the Council over the coming months to see further SHAs come into that pocket to enable those new targets that we're recommending to be advanced.
Minister Smith, Mayor Bolt and local MP Todd Barclay are exploring the use of the Wakatipu High School site in Gorge Road for housing when the school relocates to Frankton next year.
We're going to need to acquire additional funds in the budget.
We see that as an enormously exciting opportunity, not only for permanent resident housing, but also for those itinerant workers who we're pretty unhappy with the state of the accommodation many of them are in at the present time.
The Queenstown Lakes Housing Accord was set up in 2014 to increase the housing supply and improve housing affordability in the Wakatipu Basin. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Let's recap the top stories on The South Today. A former OUSA president is concerned at a lack of public consultation over university plans to roll out 60 CCTV cameras in North Dunedin. Invercargill teens took part in a workshop today to address the second biggest killer in their age group, accidents on the roads. Keen to put those new skills into action. And it was a case of better Ed than dead. I didn't write that. As people scrambled to buy pre-sale tickets to Ed Sheeran's gig at the Forsyth Bar Stadium next year, it is all you'll hear in coffee shops for weeks. All right, I suppose we should turn our attention to Craig. What's happening in tomorrow's ODT, Craig?
Plenty of reading on a Wednesday. We've got an interesting story out of the university. We've spoken to Otago University researcher Thomas Mattern, who's been involved in some research into yellow-eyed penguins and raising real concerns that they could be extinct by 2060. They've done some study, collected 35 years of data on the colony at Boulder Beach on the Otago Peninsula. And just with the warming of ocean temperatures and less nutrients from the rivers, there's concerns about feeding natures for the penguins and whether there's going to be enough for them to eat down the track.
Oh golly.
It was only 2013 when we had, I think it was more than 60 penguins died in what they described as a mass mortality event. And he fears that we could get some more of those down the track, and 2060 might maybe even closer than that before we lose them. So
that's quite despairing.
It is, they're a great thing for Dunedin. A lot of tourism around that as well. So it'd be nice to think we could do something to prevent that.
What a downer.
Good news for Football South in Dunedin. They've been given $1 million by the DCC today, which was going to go towards 2 artificial sports turfs at Logan Park. They want to get a couple of soccer pitches in there that they can use all year round and in all conditions. I guess it's going to take a bit of pressure off some of the grass fields over winter, which is what they were looking for. But it also becomes attractive and enables them to bid for some of these national tournaments, age grade tournaments in particular around the country, and bring it to. FIFA's going to contribute over $400,000 as well, so they're going to pay their way. So it's nice to know.
Finally.
Yes,
nice.
Exactly. And we've got a bit more on Ed Sheeran as well. Disturbingly, the scalpers are out and about already.
No.
some of the websites offering tickets for up to $1,400 for a pair at the moment, when they sold for $159. So the promoter is not impressed, as you can imagine, but their hands are a bit tight on that. But a bit of luck, we might end up with a second concert in Dunedin, and there won't be any demand for scalpers tickets.
That would be
That
grand.
would be good to think. And on our Fresh pages, we profile a couple of Dunedin chefs who are making waves nationally on the food scene. So
very nice.
It is.
Very nice indeed. Good reading on a Wednesday.
Thank you.
Excellent, Craig. Thank you so very much. Okay, the big scary weather's coming. Hang on.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Collagen Plus.
Oh, and lovely. That is Misty St. Clair, which is not an adult star. That's actually, look, that was Turkey and Sheeps, and look, here comes Anderson's Park in Invercargill. I completely blew my gag, I'm sorry. Here's the situation. A depression containing cold air will roll across New Zealand tomorrow, followed by colder southwesterlies and snow showers to low levels. You heard it here. Expect and protect yourself from strong winds on Thursday and Friday too. All across the deep south, temperatures barely make it to double digits. In fact, we're predicting that they just won't across Balclutha, Lumsden, Gore and the Catlins, with freshening sou'westers, and showers are to be expected. To Alexandra and Queenstown, Taona and Wanaka, variable winds, some rain is expected. Temperatures pinned very low, 9, 10 and 11. Off to Oamaru and Omarama, well, temperatures for you are also 10 and 11, very low indeed. Variable winds, rain is to be expected. Dunedin tonight, cloudy and scattered rain, light northerlies. Wednesday's showers are easy at first, but are changed by the afternoon to colder sou'westerlies, 7 and 11. Thursday has showers too, with fresh, cold sou'westers, and you heard it here first, snow to 400 metres, 5 and 10, and that is probably the last of double digits we'll see for a while. In Invercargill tonight, scattered light rain, winds easing at 8, but Wednesday opens with lingering rain. It persists throughout the day. Fresh, cold westerlies seal the deal for you, 5 and 12, and Thursday is, now I'm sorry about this, it's very cold. Wintry showers, hail, sleet, strong westerly winds, 4 and 7. You won't see double digits probably till the weekend. And that is the South today. I'm Craig Story. It has been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you very much and good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.